Thanks for joining us this morning. So, do you feel like Les Matuson is the right man for the job?
We haven't done our research on Les, but what concerns us is the fact that he seems to have been handpicked by the board and the shareholder, who we've been very clear about the fact that we don't believe that they have done anything to turn the company around. They've actually put it into a deeper hole. So we are questioning his independence, as he was handpicked. We believe that we should have been included in choosing the person. I mean, Solidarity's application was so that the court can sort of intervene in that process, which has not been done. I mean, this is what our problem is. Yeah. We don't know him, we do not trust his independence, and we believe that we should have a say as to who becomes a business rescue practitioner.
What's the agenda, do you think?
Well, I think they're definitely trying to still retain some sort of control around the process. I mean, they've failed over the years, so that should let the practitioner do their job without any interference and turn the airline around. I mean, we have been calling for sound management, corrupt-free management. So we don't want them involved in this process. And we need someone that's also going to engage us. And we haven't spoken to Les. We're not clear on his agenda. We're not clear on his plan.
So do you have a problem with business rescues as the process, or do you have a problem with the individual that's been selected for the purpose of business rescue?
No, I mean, look, we said before SAA announced the voluntary business rescue that we are going to support it, because it was clear that there was no real effort to support the task team member around the strike. So there was no real effort. So we were left with no choice but to support business rescue. So we support it. You know, I mean, it's not ideal, but we all
so
faced
you
with the real.
support business rescue, don't support the individual, and yet you're calling for the former CEO, Vuyani Jahana, to be part of the process. But Vuyani resigned earlier this year, in June this year. So you're calling back a person that resigned to come back?
Vuyani was frustrated out of SAA, and I think
but he jumped ship.
No, I mean,
he resigned.
He left because of frustration. If you have put someone on strict timelines, in order to turn an airline around, you have to give him the latitude to make decisions that he needs to make, and he needs support. He could never have done it alone. So they frustrated him out, and we believe that he's still the right man for the jobs. He had all the employees right behind him. He had a plan that we all understood and bought. So what
do you think he's going to bring to the party right now? Because I understand that,
Yeah.
and I take your point, but after he left, we're talking about an individual here who he had a choice. Okay, he may have been frustrated with the process, with the timelines, etc., but he had a choice. You're saying an individual that chose to leave, right? He chose to leave SAA, and now you're saying that individual who made a conscious decision to resign in June earlier this year, to come back and be part of this business rescue process, because what, you view him as one of your own, you view him as somebody that's not going to have an alternative agenda. Why is it that you're calling for an individual that ultimately, you know, it's one thing to talk about an individual who stuck it out.
Yeah.
Right? But it's another thing to talk about an individual who made a conscious decision to leave you
But
guys.
he also stated very clearly why he made the decision to leave. If you read his resignation letter, he was clear on the fact that he could not work under the current shareholder.
Yeah.
And now with a business rescue practitioner, they don't have that sort of control around the process. So he'll be able to make decisions that he couldn't have made earlier on. So yes, he left, and I think he made a decision that was right for him at that particular moment. Because I mean, his whole name was on the line for that. So if SAA were not to succeed under his plan, the accelerated plan, he was going to fail. So I mean, at the end of the day, this man is willing to come and consult with the business rescue practitioner and execute the clear plans that were working and that are actually starting to yield results. I think the fact that he left, it's common cause, but the reasons why are important, and the practitioner is not controlled by the shareholder. The practitioner is not controlled by the board. So it's a different ball game altogether, Faith.
What are you hoping to achieve out of this business rescue process? Because I mean, they're saying that extreme measures will need to be taken, and extreme measures could actually mean a complete restructuring.
Exactly, and we don't understand. We haven't seen Les's plan, so we don't understand it. However, with Solidarity and NUMSA, we have sort of looked through the plan that was on the table and have agreed that we sort of agree with how the plan would look. Right now we're in the dark as usual, as Union Zoom is now trying to fish for information and try to see what Les's plan is. If if the first point of call, once again, is job losses, he's going to have to sit down and explain to us why. Because we know for a fact there's evergreen contracts. We know about the corruption. We've got the stats, we've got the paperwork. He needs to sit with us and actually consult with us. And we hope he doesn't speak to us through the media as has been done previously.
Well, I'm sure that this is not the last time that we'll be having a conversation just about SAA's business rescue, but as you're going to have to leave it there for this morning.